At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker. He has over 27 years of military service. Command Sergeant Major Young has held every leadership position from squad leader to brigade command sergeant major. He is currently the U.S. Army Field Artillery School Command Sergeant Major here at Fort Sill. His awards include the Bronze Star Medal, 1 Oak Leaf Cluster, Meritorious Service Medal, 3 Oak Leaf Clusters, and Army Commendation Medal, 6 Oak Leaf Clusters. Please refer to your program before his bio. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Command Sergeant Major Sam Young.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, family members, friends, and most importantly, graduates of Charlie Battery 1st and 40th, Class 1613 Charlie Rock. That's what I'm talking about, motivate me. It is truly an honor to be here to speak to you today. I would tell you this is a great accomplishment. As the commander said, they spent 9.5 weeks. Now to most people, 9.5 weeks is Monday to Friday. No. They spent 9.5, 7-day weeks, 24-hour days. Just grueling, vigorous physical and academic challenges. They have endured long and very difficult training both in and out of the classroom, most out of the classroom. I know that it seemed like times they thought they would not accomplish what they needed to accomplish. But through motivation, teamwork, and a never quit attitude, they've accomplished this together as a team. And that's one of the most important things they learned. I realize that I'm the old crusty sergeant major standing between you and graduation. And you probably won't remember anything I say after graduation. So I will be brief. I want to talk about 3 steps. The first step is the step you took in joining the greatest army in the world at a time of war. And for that, I thank you. War. Your second step, you've proven by sitting here today. You have completed basic combat training. During this step, you were taught all about living the Army values. Loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. A lot of people know what that means, but how many people live it every day? You were taught to live the Army values every day during basic training. Now I challenge you to live those values every day in and out of uniform. Because the Army values are what a soldier is all about. Now will be the third step. And this is probably the biggest challenge of all that you will ever face. And that is accepting the fact and representing the American soldier. I'll put you through a little test. Before you were sitting right here, days up until now, when someone came up to you and said, "What do you do?" You gave them an answer of, "I work at McDonald's. I work at Burger King." Or you might have said, "I work for Bob's Construction. I work for Mike's Plumbing." Now when someone asks you what you do, you give one of 2 answers. You either say, "I am a soldier," or "I'm in the Army." And that's what being a professional soldier is all about. You are the Army. Cool? Now, whether you serve 3 or 30 years, your life has changed forever. And as you saw by the individuals that stood up and served their country before you, that's not a big population. The Army is the strength of our great nation, and only a small percentage of American citizens have what it takes to be a soldier and to sit where you're sitting. You are a part of that small percentage and now a member of this great profession. Soldiers are the strength of the Army, and you represent the United States Army in everywhere you go. And that is an awesome responsibility. I know sitting out here we have future platoon sergeants, first sergeants, even a sergeant major or 2. Probably do a better job than I've done so far, I will tell you. But let me give you some advice. Make sure that you take advantage of every bit of time that you have to train and time that you have to get better and better represent the United States Army in this great nation. Because time is the only thing that you will find you do not have enough of. Now, before I close, I would like to thank the family members here today. Because, as we know, the Army is the strength of the nation, and the soldier is the strength of the Army. But the families are the strength of the soldier. And And without your love and support, it would have been very difficult, if not impossible, for these soldiers to complete this training. So I'm going to give the family members a round of applause. I have one more thing for you, class. I challenge all of you to always place your mission first, never accept defeat, never quit, and never leave a fallen comrade. Good luck in your future endeavors. Army strong, king of battle.
Thank you, Command Sergeant Major Young. In keeping with the 434th Field Artillery Brigade's policy of recognizing superior performance, awards will be presented to those soldiers that have distinguished themselves during the training cycle. Again, ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to move forward and take pictures at any time. The Distinguished Honor Graduate of the Cycle Award is presented to a soldier who demonstrates overall excellence in training and character development throughout the training cycle. This cycle's Distinguished Honor Graduate is
Private First Class Aaron Dawson, Richmond, Indiana.
The Basic Rifle Marksmanship Award is presented to the soldier that attained the highest score during live fire qualifications with an M16A2 rifle. This cycle's recipient scored 37 out of 40 hits. The Marksmanship Award is presented to
Private First Class Jonathan Nasser, Mechanicsville, Maryland.
The Physical Fitness Award is presented to the soldier who scored the highest score on the final Army Physical Fitness Test. This cycle's recipient scored 355 out of 300 points. This cycle's Physical Fitness Award is presented to
Specialist Melanie Calouse, Massapequa, New York.
The Private Watson Award is presented to the soldier who best displays the Army value of selfless service. The Private Watson joined the Army in September 1942, completed his initial entry training at Fort Benning, Georgia, and was assigned to the 2nd Battalion's 29th Quartermaster Regiment. Bound for the Pacific Theater when he met his untimely demise. His unit on board the Dutch steamer Yusef Jacob near Porlock Harbor, New Guinea, on 8 March 1943, when suddenly they came under devastating attack by Japanese bombers. After sustaining several direct hits, the ship had to be abandoned, even as enemy fire continued to rain down. It was at that precise moment, and under those very harrowing circumstances, that Private Watson demonstrated the utmost courage under fire. Forsaking any thought of his own safety, he swam back and forth across the deadly scene, dragging his comrades to the few available life rafts that they might live. Over and over again, Private Watson's selfless actions and extraordinary valor, in the famous words, "At the risk of life, above and beyond call of duty," certainly warrant his being awarded the Medal of Honor. This cycle's Private Watson Award is awarded to
Specialist Jacob Dawson, Lake in the Hills, Illinois.
The following soldiers are designated as honor graduates. Their superior performance has placed them in the top 10% of their graduating class. These soldiers have received a letter of commendation from the 1st Battalion, 40th Field Artillery, County Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Davenport, and has been placed in their official files. We ask that you please hold your applause until all the honor graduates have been recognized.
Private Cameron Vaughn, Woodsville, Michigan.
Private First Class Hans Bocce, Burbank, California. Private First Class Thomas Cobbins, Fresno Valley, Arizona.
Private First Class Casey Dean, Estes, Colorado.
Private First Class Clayton Grasso, Tampa Bay, Florida.
Private Robert Grooms, Columbus, Ohio.
Private First Class Alexander Kosich, Deering, Georgia. Specialist Brandon Mack, Estherville, Iowa.
Private First Class Cody Lancaster, Daytona Beach, Florida.
Private First Class Charlene John, Bronx, New York.
Awesome.
Private First Class Justin Lee, Alexandria, Minnesota.
Specialist Cassandra Mullins, Heinrich, Kentucky. Private First Class Brianna Poole, Missoula, Montana.
Private First Class Amanda Schofield, Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Private First Class Timothy Schuler, Bowling Green, Ohio.
Private First Class Ronald Soul, Hamburg, New York.
Private First Class Devin Turner, Salisbury, Maryland.
Specialist Stephanie White, Missoula, Montana.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give these exceptional soldiers a round of applause. And now, the rest of the graduating class of 1613. Again, we ask that you please hold your applause until all the soldiers across the stage. First platoon is led by their platoon sergeant, Drill Sergeant Garcia. The graduates of first platoon, the warlords, are
Private First Class Daniel Honolulu, Hawaii. Private Manuel Alvarez, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Private Devin Aldrini, Denver, Colorado. Private Christopher Austin, Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Private Jonathan Colorado, San Andreas, California.
Specialist Dean Amer, Brooklyn, New York.
Private First Class Paige Angelo, Spokane, Washington.
Private First Class Jordan Farmer, Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, come on.
Private Dakota Austin, Kingman, Arizona.
Private Anthony Baird, Baltimore, Maryland.
Private Samuel Gallagher, Richmond, Vermont.
Private John Orsanti, Seattle, Washington. Private Matthew Bartlett, Poplar Bluff, Missouri.
Private First Class Hillary Bain,
All right.
North Carolina.
Private First Class Lawrence Beard, San Francisco, California.
Private Jesse Locke, Port St. Lucie, Florida.